Hello Sigmarites, this is Sonelian and welcome to another video. I think this is video number 4. Got some subscribers, lots of views, just getting these out there, so happy with that. Let's just start out with some game updates. There was a pretty big one at the end of January, and I was online when it rolled out, and it was something like the game blew up. I mean, the movement keys didn't work, the mouse overs for the gear and energy and the skill power didn't work. The faction info sidebar, that was all messed up, and the item mailbox wasn't responding, and it's all been fixed now, but there was a few days there where it got pretty hairy. So anyways, the update had a new skill box, right, and that was added to the right hand side of the page, and it just makes things easier and faster to activate skills on yourself, and I like this a lot. It does make activating skills easier, and it does cause the screen to load a little bit slower, but you can work around that by just opening up another tab with your browser with the skill box on, and then hunting with the tab with your skill box off. So that's one way to get around the slow page loads. Okay, what else? The mutant classes, that's changed a little bit. The activation rate of bite mutation and claw mutation has been increased from 3% to 10%, and the recover skills image has been fixed. And I don't play a mutant, so I don't know what that's all about, but you know, it sounds like it was good. You know, good change. Okay, now this stuff I know about. Purist class changes. There was an issue with the activation rate of the psionic bolt, right, and that's been fixed. And this was broken for a long time, and you know, I don't have the skill, but I'm happy that it's been fixed because I plan to get it someday. The psi shield blocks remaining. That now shows correctly for mental strength when you mouse over it. And all I can say about that is finally, you know, before it was bugged and you could only see how many blocks the shield had when you mouse over the strike skill. And that's been activated on you, and you know, that was kind of a pain in the butt, so glad that was fixed. The mind orb has been replaced with a new skill called Reaper, and so I guess this means in the future, you know, there's going to be a new skill to be added that will be the next tier of psionic ammo. We'll see what happens with that. Reaper's cool. It's like you get a chance to do bonus damage depending on how much psi ammo that your weapon has in it, and we'll see how that goes with that. And just a little quirk with the Reaper skill, it's still showing the old mind orb graphic in the skill box, so if you add a skill point to Reaper or whatever, and you're looking to activate it, it's the orb looking thing. Attunement, the attunement skill's been changed to make it more useful, and I think this is the second time that the skill has been changed. Now it's an attack and damage boost skill, and you know, I've never had any complaints over any of the incarnations of attunement. So whatever, nice update. And, you know, and after all this, we got a big old skill reset, so that's cool. That's about it for game updates. Now for some announcements. Fallen Sword. They have gotten word from Hoofmaster that the new beta map thing for the game interface, that's going to be out on March 23rd. So you know, we should be getting it in Sigma not too long after that. I hope. You know, you never tell. Justin212 is doing graphics on the forum, and I think he's the only player that's really offering this service at the moment. You know, he'll do form signatures and avatars for some pretty cheap flux crystals. He made mine, and he's really good. I like what he does, so I recommend checking out his forum thread. The link is in the description bar. Next, we have an announcement from WandKing from the Knocknoff Brotherhood. Let me get to it here. WandKing announces a February special. If you say you heard it here in this video and purchase 4 buffs, a free buff of your choice will be credited to you. And of course, thank you for shopping at Walmart. Legal disclaimer, Walmart is affiliated with Knocknoff Brotherhood, but Knocknoff Brotherhood does not take any responsibilities for workmanship defects or damage occurred after purchasing Walmart buffs. Okay, thank you, Walmart, for that. That's it for the announcements. Next, we have a player interview, and today we're going to put rebtex in the spotlight. I asked rebtex, how long have you been playing Sigma Storm 2 and how were you introduced? And he says, I have been playing Sigma Storm 2 since the first day on November 27th, 2008. And I think I was on Fallen Sword and I saw someone talking about it in the shout box, so I decided to check it out. What other games do you play? And he says, my main games are Fallen Sword and Sigma Storm 2. I also play Dragon Fable, Mech Quest, Adventure Quest, and Bloodhaven every now and then, though. Then I ask him, you are one of the most active forum members, what is your opinions of the Sigma Storm 2 players in their community? And he says the Sigma Storm 2 community could use some opening up. Players don't seem to be apt to reach out to other players, but overall, most of the players are great once you get to know them. I have not met a single Sigma Storm 2 player that I haven't been able to get along with, except for Kitty666. But that is because she is insufferable to anyone. And I know Kitty666 from Gothador. He spammed the shout box quite a lot, and I didn't know how popular he was in the other games, but apparently, he's made his presence known. Next I ask him, I see you on the Fallen Sword forums sometimes. What do you think some of the similarities and differences are between Fallen Sword and Sigma Storm 2 players? And rebtex says, the main difference is that Sigma Storm 2 players are better at working together for solutions and seems to have a nicer and more close-knit community. Fallen Sword has its moments, but they definitely complain more, and the players there seem to take the game way too seriously at times. Some similarities I've noticed are that while both games go about it in different ways, they both seem to try hard to help the low levels and put lots of effort towards helping Hunt and Cow Studios make these games great. That was a crazy answer. Okay. Next, I asked him, if you could improve an area of SS2, what would it be? And he says, I would improve the Slaughterfest. Slaughterfest has been around for months, and there are only 2 game types, and they are very similar. It's sad because it's really a great game feature, and it's got lots of potential, but it gets sort of tossed to the side because of how bland it currently is. Then I ask him, you have a pretty intense biography going on your datasheet. What about having such an in-depth bio appeals to you? And he says, well, it seems to me that it's just something out of the ordinary and something that I find fun. While it seems that I have a hard time getting time to update it within the last few weeks, and hopefully that'll change in the next few weeks, I still enjoy looking for the material for it, and I like the comments I get from people who see it and enjoy reading it. And I like to know that I'm adding something to the Sigma Storm 2 community, so that's good. What else? Then I ask him, what is your favorite and least favorite thing about Sigma Storm 2? My favorite thing? My favorite thing is the epic storyline for sure. Some may complain about the missions, but I personally like the challenge that they present. This game is superior to Fallen Sword because of how great the missions and the storylines are. No 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, wash, rinse, repeat here. My least favorite thing would have to be the fact that Hunt and Cow Studio seems to ignore a lot of the player input on things. And although they seem to be getting better, the fact that some suggestions sit for weeks without a post from them, it gets sort of on my nerves. Okay, and then I ask him, do you have any in-game goals for 2011? rebtex says, probably to at least reach level 175. I hate to level. Probably to do some more fun events like the Secret Santa thing during Christmas, and overall just try to make the atmosphere more fun for both myself and other players. Okay, and then I ask him, you post a lot in the off-topic thread, what song are you listening to? So how big is your music collection? And he says, until recently I had about 1,000 songs on my computer, but for some reason Windows Media Player made them unplayable and I had to re-download them. And so as of now I have 200 songs. They are in all genres, including Christian rock, rap, hip-hop, heavy metal, rock, country, reggae. So next question, do you have any other comments to add or anything else you'd like to talk about? And he says, I would like to thank you very much for taking the time and effort to make such great videos for the SS2 community. They are really informational, and very entertaining to watch. And that's the end. So thank you, rebtex, for that. That was really fun. I appreciate the good words and a great interview. So that's it for the video. I got a Celtics and Heat game coming on in about an hour that I want to watch. So remember, just hit me up with any player interview requests that you have or announcements that you have, and check out the description bar. It's got all the links in there. So see you later. Happy hunting.
It starts with
one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know or wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go.